Hello, good afternoon. My name is Gregorio Arteaga Diaz, and I'm going to give a public service announcement to the drug scopolamine. So, scopolamine, what is it? Scopolamine is a plant or drug that is derived from the nightshade family of plants, particularly Datura and Bergamottea. It has been used for centuries in traditional rituals and religious practices, particularly in places like South America. It has gained notoriety due to its potent effects when it comes to abuse and hallucinations. So, this right here in this image, this is the plant where it derives from. Very pretty, but unfortunately, it can be used for deadly substances. It has been historically induced to be used as anesthesia, but in the drug form can produce amnesia, which is why it has had the nickname of devil's breath. Pretty ominous. So, what are the effects and what actions does it cause in the body? So this primarily acts as a antihologenic agent. It blocks a neurotransmitter of the acetylcholine at a myosamine receptors in the brain. It inhibits these neurotransmitters psychologically, and it inhibits muscle movement and cognitive processes. It also is responsible for symptoms like dry mouth, blurred vision, and in general just impairment of cognitive vision and coherence. It also is the cause of, again, many hallucinations and illusions, which is why, again, it has been used historically as in part of rituals in certain cultures to induce hallucinations and to, I guess you could say, see a god or have visions of the future. That's depending on each culture, right? But those are the main effects. In larger doses, it can cause disorientation, loss of memory, and in very extreme cases, it can cause respiratory failures. So these are just some of the examples. On the right, you see the guy blowing into the air. That is what the nickname is, devil's breath, because again, you hallucinate things. It blocks the receptors in your brain, causing you to see things and to impair your judgment, vision, and senses. So, what are the classifications of this drug and what is the economical and medical impact? Because usually in some drugs can be used for medical purposes. So, the economic impact really just depends on how they legislate it. So it would largely depend on the applications as a form of therapeutic anesthesia, for relaxation, or for stress reliever. But it really all just depends on the dosage. But in the extreme cases, it can be used for motion sickness, for nausea, and for vomiting. That is obviously in larger doses, it can have those effects, but which is why it's always recommended to go to your doctor. It depends also on the country and its regulations. Here in the United States, it's classified as class 2, so it can be deadly and it can be very extreme, so it's not readily accessible and can be very dangerous to the public at large. So, I would like to thank you. These are the references where I found the information. Lastly, one fun fact about this drug, well, not necessarily fun, but one interesting fact is that in ancient cultures, like in South America, again, they were used in rituals to give kind of the this idea of relaxation and sort of peace. It gives you this. It also can be used for illusions. Again, it was used by a lot of leaders back then to basically convey a certain message. And nowadays, it is currently being used to treat even insomnia in some cases, due to its huge effect on the brain and the muscle systems to relax yourself. It also, one other interesting fact is that it mainly targets the nervous system, which is why it impairs your vision and cognitive ability. So again, the medical uses all depends on your doctor, depends on where you live. So it's always best to do your own research and to always go to your nearest doctor and make sure that it is safe to drink and what it prescribes you. and it also depends on the symptoms, what kind of sickness you have. So that is always something that you have to keep in mind. You have to be very careful. As mentioned before, in extreme cases, it can have severe harm on your health, especially when it comes to the respiratory system. So once again, thank you, and I hope you all really enjoyed.